Hey everybody, I'm Bill, the Hill Country Prepper, and I want you to be informed so that you can be prepared. The headline reads, Line of ships waiting at Los Angeles Long Beach at an all-time high. Now here's an article written by Dominic Pino at Capital Matters, which is a website that features articles on business, finance, and economics. A little bit on Dominic Pino. He is a William F. Buckley Fellow in Political Journalism at the National Review Institute. Now here's the article. As of Friday, there were 105 ships waiting for berths at Los Angeles and Long Beach. That's the highest number ever, according to FreightWaves, a logistical supply chain intelligence platform. Now I put a link to their website below, as well as a link to Capital Matters site. Now back in November, the port authorities in Southern California adopted a new queuing system for ships that allows them to wait anywhere in the world without losing their spots in line. Now I heard today that also the Port of Oakland is doing something very similar. Back to the article. Now they did this because the exhaust from all those ships idling near the ports was harming the air quality. For a few weeks, the change made it appear as though the number of ships waiting had declined because they were no longer clogging up the harbor. But the Marine Exchange of Southern California adjusted its counting method soon after. Now, only 16 of the 105 ships waiting are within 40 miles of the ports, FreightWaves says. The other 89 are scattered all over the world, with many congregating off of the Baja Peninsula. Now here's some perspective from the story on what this congestion means relative to other times. There are now more than 3 times as many container ships waiting for Los Angeles and Long Beach berths as there were at this time last year. There's 11.6 times more than on June 24th, the low point from last year, and 31% more than on October 24th, when online searches for the term supply chain peaked, and the Port of Los Angeles and Long Beach announced a new Biden administration-backed congestion fee plan. Hey, if you guys are getting information out of this video, why don't you go ahead and press down on that thumbs up and give it a like. Share it with your friends also. And if you're not a subscriber yet, why not? Go ahead and subscribe right now and ring that notification bell and you get notified each and every time I upload some new content. So go ahead and do that right now. FreightWaves also noted that the total amount of cargo waiting offshore is 815,958 TEU. Now that number is more than the combined amount of imports for Los Angeles and Long Beach for the entire month of November, the story says. Now TEU stands for 20-foot equivalent units. Now for reference, a 20-foot shipping container is roughly 7 feet 10 inches high and about 19 feet 8 inches long, and they have a volume capacity of about 1,170 cubic feet with a floor space of about 146 square feet. Kind of put it in perspective for you, in a 20-foot shipping container you could load up about 400 flat panel televisions or roughly about 48,000 bananas. Now as of Friday, the story also notes that there are about 9 ships waiting off of Oakland, 4 waiting outside of Seattle-Tacoma, 5 outside of Houston, 2 at Savannah, 6 at Charleston, 4 at Virginia, and 11 waiting offshore of New York, New Jersey. Now that's a total of 146 container ships that are waiting for berths at major U.S. ports. What critical shortages are you seeing where you live? Leave me a comment down below. I'd really like to know. Now, Pino wraps up the article by stating that on December 22nd, President Biden tried to take a victory lap on the supply chain issue. Now, with as many ships waiting offshore, he shouldn't have done that. It's troubling that the number of ships is reaching a record high this time of year. And here's why. And this clearly underscores Biden's lack of understanding of global trade and supply chain management. January and February come after the peak season of the holidays, and they are usually the time when a lot of companies will cut some seasonal workers and regroup in preparation for the next peak season. Now, between the conclusion of the American holiday season and the upcoming Chinese New Year, now is the time for these companies to catch up on the backlogs. For this congestion to continue through the conclusion of the holidays is not a good sign, and companies will have a hard time catching up before the next peak season starts in August. Did you guys catch that? Companies are going to have a hard time catching up. Don't expect this supply chain crisis to resolve itself anytime soon, regardless of what you might hear the talking heads say. You guys watch this video next for more information. You have a blessed day. Hill Country Prepper.